Welcome back to the fifth and final video in this series. I'm Christine, I like taking pictures, and we're in Canyonlands National Park. We just finished a fantastic evening of photography in the Needles District the day before. But before leaving the park, we had to take a hike. No, really, had to. Couldn't skip it. I wouldn't allow it. Full night's sleep out here, but turns out I'm quite allergic to whatever's growing out here in the desert, so I'm all plugged up. My eyes are all crusty. I feel pretty gross. But I think we're still gonna do a little bit of hiking. But we'll see if we're gonna be still camping tonight. If I'm still like this, it may end up being time for a hotel tonight, unfortunately. And so once again, my lifelong affliction of allergies finds me even in the desert. Still had a beautiful morning though. I took a few pictures and then we were going to set out for where we were going for our hike. Had to adjust our plans though. Originally we wanted to do this big 10-mile loop around Chesler Park, but decided with the allergies and just how we were feeling with the week, might be better to shorten it, so we just went to the Chesler Viewpoint here. Yet another reason for me personally to go back, but still, we were going to have some incredible views along our hike. One of those when in Rome moments, we decided to do the scenic drive that's in the Needles District just before going to our hiking spot. So in a previous video, if you watched that, I had mentioned that we had been to Canyonlands before, just another district, the Island of the Sky. Check out these buttes here. This sealed in how incredible this place is for me. This is a photo from that other trip. Those are the exact same buttes. You're looking at two separate locations that are just impossibly far apart as far as travel time. If you were to take roads to get there, it'd be 148 miles, 4 hours and 45 minutes to get between these two places, and you'd have to have four-wheel drive to be able to do it. Absolutely crazy. After having this realization, I decided to go back at one of my old panoramas from that previous trip. Absolutely bonkers huge, but let's go ahead and zoom into it.
Enhance. Enhance. Enhance.
Two trips and a lot of miles between them, yet there were the needles in a photo I had already taken. Now to enjoy a hike.
Apparently, you can bring tumbleweeds into parts of the park where they're not supposed to be, so it's good practice to do that. We want to go to the Chesler Park Viewpoint. We're right here, Elephant Hill. We're going to go 1.5 miles this way, 0.6 miles, another 0.6, then 0.2, and that's going to be our viewpoint there. Put these stairs here, that was so nice. There's gonna be lots of scenes to take photos of in here. Oh, those needles look so cool. Every single valley is just like another opportunity for beauty. The light's already starting to get really harsh. Where'd he go? Here he is. Look at him. Look at him. It's just a little guy. Oh, there's two! Oh. Or there's lizards, there's snakes that eat them. Oh, it's starting to open up. I could switch out to the 70 by 200, but I don't really feel like there's that much definition within the individual rock structure itself, and there's still a little bit of haze. We'll still be coming back this way, so if I change my mind coming back, even though there'll be a difference in the sun, I can try it. But yeah, I think closer in, and then with the wide lens staying on, it'll look really nice up there. Let's keep hiking. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Oh, check out the crust in the soil. So crust in the soil, what am I talking about? I'm talking about the biological soil crust. Why biological?
Because our dirt is actually alive.
It's alive!
So you can read more about this on the National Park's website. That's where I'm getting most of my information from. But the big player in the biological crust is cyanobacteria. This bacteria is dormant wherever the soil is dry, but wherever the soil is wet, they're active and move around, leaving these sticky fibers that form a web and join soil particles together. This does a few things. It traps and absorbs water, which is great for plant growth, and it makes the soil more resistant to erosion. Without that, sand and dust particles are free to be carried by the wind, which can lead to further desertification of an area. These structures are really delicate and take about 50 years to form. If you step on them, you can create damage that will last for decades. So if you're in these parts of the Southwest, be careful where you step, stay to washes, rocks, and trails, and try and preserve things so others can enjoy them too. Take nothing but photos, but this time, avoid leaving the footprints. That's awesome with the island of the skyway off in the distance. Woo, so the trail goes in there. Oh, this is so awesome. Oh, wow. It's almost claustrophobic feeling walking through here, isn't it? It's like shoulder to shoulder with the stone. Now, this is one of those moments for me that I just love about photography, so check out the left-hand side of this image. There's a lot of blue tones there. Now, in the moment where I was taking these photos, I decided I wanted to step forward, looked at the scene, adjusted my angle, and then took another very similar photo, but slightly different angle. But the vibe is just very different. There's a lot more iron in the rock at that low angle, very wide lens, so you're just getting a lot more red tone where you had blue before. This is just a minute change that was made in the moment, but that resulted in a change in the white balance inside of the camera between the two images, which changed how I edited the two photos. If you like one over the other, let me know in the comments, which one do you prefer? It's getting toasty. Closing in on the viewpoint, this is one of my favorite sections of the hike. Just looking for the viewpoint, and whoo, look at that. Incredible view.
I knew this wasn't going to be a favorite image of mine, but I just wanted to document what the horizon looked like because the topography here is so fascinating, and I knew I'd probably want to reference it in the future.
Definitely one of those don't forget to look behind you moments. Fun check. Fun check. Whew.
This is another one of those geographical realizations that was like, oh, cool, look at that. So off in the distance there, that's Candlestick Tower, and if you're wondering how far away that is, good news for you, I'm a huge nerd, so I mapped it out. You're looking at 18 miles of distance across Canyonlands National Park, and I've got to say, it is a wildly different park over there. We camped not too far from there before. Awesome. Anyway, back to the photography at the scene at hand.
It's a fair bit of a drop here, so I was trying to do there. Just take a series of images vertically and then hopefully make a vertical panorama. That might look nice as like a 7x5 or something. We'll see what the edit looks like.
So I kind of surprised myself by making those comments. Here's the original edit. I cropped it down to the 7x5, and I do think it pulled the image together just a little bit more. Now, critiquing it, there's so much negative space in this image just with the blue sky. I do wish we had some dynamic cloud cover like we did the night before. It's fun to take an edit and see what that looks like, but I want to be representative of what the actual scene looked like for me and how I experienced it, and it's still plenty beautiful, so here it is.
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the vacation mode. Just in time for me to go to work on Tuesday.
Well, it takes a week to get 5 minutes of vacation mode, right? 2 weeks. Not gonna believe it. 8 minutes.
We are on our way back, which is probably good. We're getting a little bit lower on water. We probably still have around like 1.5 liters between the two of us. And then it's just about 2 more miles until we're back to the car at this point. 11:30 in the morning, so the temperature's picking up. But yeah, we're in good shape. We'll get back to Moab from here, have a nice lunch, and some cold beer. Really didn't need to put a tripod out for this, but it just works with people coming and going for now. The exact moment where I'm like wishing there were clouds in the sky, just that there's something else going on. The overall image instead of just the sky. Still looks just as good.
So that was it for the hike. We made our way down to Moab and we're very glad to have some nice cold and frosty beverages when we got there. And then we decided we would treat ourselves to a hotel that night, which was amazing. They had a pool. That was good. After that, it was time for the journey home. Parting thoughts, I want to give a huge shout out to my friend Ilya for helping me collect so much video over the course of this trip. Really, we had a great time, but it was a lot of video. And I want to thank you, the viewer, for joining us for the trip. As far as what's next on the horizon, planning out another trip here, hopefully at the end of the month. And then I was given some film photography cameras recently, so I might do a video on that at some point. We'll see. Let me know if you're interested. And then astrophotography. I've been exploring that between each of these videos, so I've done a couple of different objects. More to learn. A lot to learn on that horizon, actually. Astrophotography's a lot. Anyway, if you want to find me on Facebook or Instagram, you can find me at Christine Gregg Photo. Subscribe button's at the bottom, and I'll hope to see you in the future. Till then, bye.